Hi everybody, John here again. This is going to be my entry to the contest held by CGC Vinyl. He asks us, he's celebrating 1 year in the vinyl community, which is quite a thing. It goes quickly, doesn't it? I think that first year. I know mine did. Anyway, so he's asked us to show three genres of music on records, and he wants us to show them in groups of 3, 6 and 5, representing the 365 days in a year. So he wants 3 of one genre, 6 of another, and then 5 of another. So I've been quite inspired because I've been watching a few other people do this contest, and first of all I saw the Vinyl Martini. He showed some really nice blues records, and I thought, wow, that's really good. I want to show some blues records too. I mean, he showed ones that I hadn't even seen before, so that was, that was part of my inspiration. And then I went on to look at Vinyl Richie. Vinyl Richie showed some really cool blues records too, and then Robert's on My Turntable. He also showed some blues. And I went down this rabbit hole. Okay, so am I going to show like blues, original blues? Because I was sort of thinking some of the sort of blues artists that I like, perhaps people would call them blues rock, for instance. And I went down this, I should do some blues, and then I'll do some blues rock. But then I thought, but then it's a subgenre, you know. And it's the guy that's going to look at this video and judge it. Is he going to say, no, you can't have subgenres, you're going to have pure genres? Anyway, so I just thought, well, okay, well, I'm going to show you 6 blues records. First of all, I'm going to show these 3 though. And these are, well, this is for Pat. Thanks for the vote of confidence, Pat, there. Very kind of you to say so. So I'm going to show 3 punk records. These are 3 that I picked up just last year. I haven't shown them at all on my channel, so a little bit of an exclusive. This is Sham 69. I picked this up at a car boot sale. I had some really good luck last year, I really did, and this is one that I picked up for very little money. Oh, sorry, it's a gatefold. So there you go, if you've never seen that before. This is an original record. There's no sign of a barcode or anything. And Sham 69, I'll show you the label. Yeah, I thought that was kind of attractive to look at too. That's life. I didn't have a single Sham 69 record in my collection until I found this, and yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a bit like a almost like a punk concept album, if you like, worth looking out for. Next run is UK Subs. I picked this one up as well last year, car boot sale. It was once owned by someone called Petra A. And yeah, a bit like the last one, it's got a colourful record cover, isn't it? I'm going to tell you about this. Well, it comes with a nice attractive insert that Petra has laid claim to and put her name on it. I will say this, I don't have many punk records. I have a few, but the ones I do have, more often than not, they've got all sorts of graffiti written all over them. And I just put that down to, well, shit, punk records, they were they were owned by, kids at the time who did stuff like that. This came out in 1980, so yeah, perhaps like a second wave of British punk, you might argue. Anyway, brand new age. by the UK subs. Lastly, in this group of 3 records, I'm going to show Stiff Little Fingers. Now, Stiff Little Fingers were an Irish punk rock band. Again, I pulled this because it was, you know, again another colourful cover like the last 2. This was also released in 1980. A little bit dusty, this one. Here we go, Stiff Little Fingers. So I really should give it a dust off and a spin. So there's my 3 punk records. Yeah, and they come from Ireland. I believe they come from Northern Ireland. I could be wrong. I don't really want to go down that road of distinguishing one way or another, but there you go, my 3rd punk record. Now, on to blues. And there's a bit of a mixture of sort of blues genres, I think I'll say. Now, so this is 6. I'm going to start off by showing, here we go, this is Howling Wolf. This is another record I've had for a long, long time. Big City Blues. Now, if I remember rightly, this is his 3rd studio album. Its original cover was slightly different. I'll sort of put that here, and you can see how it really should look. But this is I think a 1960s reissue of that album, and I don't play this one, and I've put it on. So I pulled this out and played it with the idea of showing it, and I was actually quite disappointed. It sounds quite bad. The vinyl's fairly okay. Maybe I just need to clean it. I don't know, but I really do think it's more to do with the pressing. It sounded like it was quite quiet, and it didn't sound like the quality pressing that you'd expect sort of from an original record. I keep it anyway. Don't see many Howling Wolf records as it is, so I'm going to hang on to this. Next blues record I will show along similar lines, although this sounds much better. A bit of an older record. So this is John Lee Hooker. Again, it's another record with an alternative cover. I think this is a reissue, and the original cover looks a bit like this. I'll put that over here, and so there you go. There's my 2nd blues record. This is owned by somebody called Silk before, in Fontana. Next blues record. Now, so something that Robert's on My Turntable showed. I think he showed a Johnny Winter record, and this is one that I picked up fairly recently. This is Johnny Winter's 2nd album, and it's a double album. So let's just show you this. Gatefold sleeve, and if I'm not mistaken, yeah, his brother Edgar Winter plays on this record. There's even a picture of him here. Yeah, I'm going to tell you about Johnny Winter. He definitely was a blues man. Died fairly recently, I think. In a similar vein, I'm going to show. Now, this is a twofer, this album, but I'm really only going to include one because part of the rules of this contest was to not repeat artists. But anyway, so this is John Mayall, The Turning Point. There he is, honking on his harmonica. this is a twofer, and on the other record is this one, Empty Rooms. It's another gatefold. So this is the back side of the Turning Point record, and this is the back side of Empty Rooms. And they are both on Polydor. Fifth, I don't know about it. I've even got 3 more records, blues records, so I might stretch and show 7. But first I'm going to show this one. This is quite an interesting, and this is more kind of country blues, I suppose. Stefan Grossman, and guitar instrumentals, Memphis Jelly Roll. This is really, really nice to listen to. I mean, I could just put this on and drift away. It's a beautiful record. I mean, there's no doubting music on here is blues music, although Discogs doesn't necessarily you know, list it as so. I think they think of it as more sort of country music or country blues. Nice record though, and that's on the Transatlantic label. Beautiful record. Recommend that. I might slot in some needle drops here and there because these next 3 records are really quite special. This record, this is a live album, Coffee House Blues. It's got Lighton Hopkins on one side, performance, and on the other side you've got Sonny Terry and Brownie McGhee. They're both live performances, but beautifully recorded. This sounds lovely, really is a nice record. So that's 6th. But
Whoa, baby. Please come on back. Oh, you got something of mine. I sure do like that's my black Cadillac this morning. My black Cadillac this morning. Yeah, my black Cadillac with them white wall ties.
I also want to, while I can, I just want to squeeze in this one. This is quite a beautiful record too. So this is bottleneck guitar solos, arranged for the guitar by Peter Finger. Again, this isn't necessarily listed as being a blues record, but well, yeah, I'll do a little bit of a needle drop from here, and you can judge for yourself. I mean, this is beautiful blues music, played by a very, very competent guitarist, and yeah, I'm going to list this as blues. If you don't think it is, then it doesn't matter because this is record number 7 in the blues, and I only need to show 6. But I couldn't not show this because it's such a great record. Anyway. So lastly, I'm going to show some progressive rock records. Why? Well, because I couldn't decide what to show, and I thought, well, I've got lots of progressive rock records. I'll try and pull out some that I haven't shown in recent years. Here we go. This is Finch. Very, very nice record. If you like prog and you want to listen to something that perhaps is a little bit off the beaten track, I recommend this. Yeah, I can't recommend it highly enough. There's 4 tracks on here. I mean, that says it all, doesn't it, really? 4 tracks. And, you know, they do their proggy thing as best they can. Great record. I recommend it. Next record I'm going to show is The Flock. If anything, I would say that these are famous for having this guy who is the violinist in their band. You may have seen this picture before. It's used as the cover picture for compilation. I think it's called Fill Your Head with Rock or something like that. And so it's quite a famous picture. Anyway, so that's him in the band. Great record. Prog with violin in it. Can't go wrong, can you? Now this record is a Canterbury Scene record. I've been talking with Pete on the West Coast just recently about the Canterbury Scene. I can't really say that I've taken to it. I can't really work out what it is that everybody's listening out to. If anything, I find it slightly mundane, but yeah, I probably just haven't found what it is that what people are hearing. I'll get there one day. But so there you go. There's progressive rock record number 3, Quiet Sun, mainstream. This is a nice one. I remember I desperately wanted to get hold of this record. One of my favourite bands, one of my favourite progressive rock bands is a band called Englagord, and they've always driven me to learn more about progressive rock. One of the records that I read about that they cited as being an influence on them is this one. Yeah, so it's French. They're called Shylock, and I can't remember what their this word is French, the name of the record, but I can't remember what it translates to. I'll be sure to put it here. But anyway, so here's the inner gatefold. I remember getting hold of this and being really happy because I knew that this is cited as being one of the inspirations behind the music of Englagord. And last but not least, and yeah, the last one of this particular contest is I'm going to show this record by, I always want to call it Gobshite, but it's Grobschnitt. They're a German band, if I remember rightly. I remember I looked this up because I've felt quite sure this may have been a Roger Dean record cover. It's not, but I think there's no denying that it was an attempt to kind of cash in on that Roger Dean market. And if you listen to the record, yeah, you can hear that they play it very close to being sort of Yes, sort of very Yes sounding album. So there you go. That's my 5th progressive rock album. Thank you very much. I hope everybody found that mildly interesting, and thank you for spending time watching this. CGC Vinyls. I'll let you know that I've recorded this video and uploaded it, and I hope you found that interesting too. Check out my next video. Okay, bye.